Okay, so in this video, I want to talk about the best metric for coins. And what I mean by this is when you're really thinking about making a large investment in coins, what is the key thing that you think about? And I know in the past we've talked about the team, we've talked about what the actual coin does, we've talked about what the technology is, we've talked about what they're doing in marketing, and we've talked about what's going on Reddit, what's going on in Twitter, and all sorts of different things like that. But I'm here to talk about what is the most important thing out of all things that we actually know about the coin. So without a doubt, the absolute best metric for the coin is its use. So think about things like, how is the coin being used? What does the white paper actually say that it's being used for? And I'll give you a few examples of some perfect coins in a minute. But you want to think about, in addition to how it's being used, how do they plan on using it, and or what are the plans to use this? Do they already have existing customers in place that are going to use the coin, or is it all in theory? Or do they actually have a really solid plan? So you want to always think about what all the possibilities are of how this could actually blow up in order to get those exponential gains versus coins that in theory are planning to do something and you really don't know if they'll be able to pull it off. Because again, it goes back to the leadership, the plan, the marketing, and all that good stuff, as well as how well they're already actively marketing it on Twitter and Reddit. And then finally, you always want to ask yourself, does this all sound like a good idea? And I know a lot of these sound like good ideas, but then they have no plan for how the coin will be used or executed and how they're going to execute on the actual usage. So examples of fantastic coins, Ethereum. Ethereum has come out, and now a lot of the actual existing coins have jumped on the Ethereum platform. So we see this all the time. My Ether wallet is built upon these coins that need somewhere safe to stay, and it's all built upon the Ethereum network. Dragon, they hope to accomplish something very similar to what Ethereum is. They have a very good possibility to get all these things in place. Gifto, they are a gifting platform for a lot of these actual people that do live streaming, and they have a real user base of millions and millions of people that are going to convert into this actual token. It's going to be used. Same thing with Neo. It's been called the Chinese Ethereum. It's going to do the same thing for these Chinese coins that Ethereum did for these other coins as well. So they've got something in place. I could go on and on about the good ones because I typically study those and I don't really pay too much attention to the bad ones. Lend already has people borrowing money on their actual platform, which is great examples of good ones. Now let's talk about the bad ones. The two that I could think of most are two that I've read about, in addition to all the ones that failed that I don't even want to mention. But TRX is Tron, and a lot of people have said that their white paper is just total trash. It's totally spammy. It's total just BS. There's lots of mistakes in it. They really have no basis and no usage ideas. So Tron is a perfect example of a bad example. The other one is Legend. Legend is a coin that they use at strip clubs, and I showed people this in the recap that I did on one of my YouTube channels. But there's a strip coin out there for a coin out there for strip clubs that's just working at one club. Now, whether or not the coin will take off, who knows? But right now, it's only being used in one club. They are going to have to convince every other strip club owner why they shouldn't just make their own coin, right? So Legend, this LGD, is a great example of a coin that has no usage. Therefore, it probably has no chance to exponentially grow. So again, this is the number one thing that I want you guys to think about when you're thinking of investing a good portion of your money in a coin. And that thing is, how can this coin be used in the future? And can I see it being adopted by hundreds of thousands or millions of people out there? And that is the ultimate question that you ask yourself before putting a big chunk of change into a coin. So I hope this video has helped you guys a little bit. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in one of the groups. I'll talk to you soon.